Docket Enterprise is a legal calendaring application that stores critical dates in a central database and distributes them to individual recipients' Outlook calendars and task lists. In a previous video, we scheduled a single activity, a deposition, on a new work plan. In this video, we will schedule more dates on the same work plan. To begin, open the Schedule wizard and access the matter. Because the deposition was scheduled recently, the East Bay Marina matter is at the top of the Recent Matters list. Select it and double-click or click Next. On the Work Plan page, select the existing work plan. Again, double-click or click Next. On the Select an Action page, the Create Activity and Create Task buttons are convenient shortcuts to begin scheduling with the fewest clicks. Right now, however, we will click Open Existing Work Plan, which lets us view the work plan as it exists before adding dates to it. On the Schedule editor, we will add 2 more dates that are related to the deposition. These will be a dependent task and a dependent activity. First, a task to schedule a court reporter. To begin, click the New Child Task button. The task type is required. This list is customized for the work group. Description is optional. A task has one recipient, known as the owner, and the task will be sent to that person's task list in Outlook. The default owner is determined by a setting on the matter, but it can be changed here. To set start date and due date for the task, enter manually or use the calendar drop-downs. The status, priority, and progress fields update the same settings in Outlook. Be aware that reminders, resources, links, notes, and custom fields can be added to the task via the tabs on the Schedule editor. Now let's add a child activity to the deposition, a follow-up regarding the deposition transcript. With the deposition selected, click the New Child Activity button. Select Activity Type and update description and organizer if needed. Notice the start date. Usually it defaults to today's date, but in this case, it has defaulted to 14 days after the deposition. Why? Because the Submit Transcript activity type uses a date calculation formula by default, indicated by this small letter F icon. This is a workgroup level customization. It isn't necessary, but you can click the F to open the formula editor and view, change, or remove the formula details. As always, visit other Schedule editor tabs such as recipients, reminders, links, and notes, as necessary for the activity being scheduled. At this point, notice the activity and task list on the left. The new items are highlighted in green. The tree structure indicates the 2 new items are dependent on the deposition. Let's illustrate what that means by updating the start date of the deposition. In the Start Date field, we will select a new date, 1 week later. First, notice the yellow highlight indicating the activity has been modified. Second, notice the date change has had an impact on the 2 dependent dates. In the case of the Schedule Court Reporter task, Docket Enterprise prompts with the offset alert. The task's due date can be shifted based on its offset from the deposition. In other words, do you want to change the date based on the new deposition date? Click Shift to move the court reporter date and maintain the date offset from the deposition. Click Leave as is if you want to keep the original scheduled date. In this case, we will shift the date. And what about the Submit Transcript activity? Remember that it was scheduled with a date calculation formula. Therefore, the application has automatically changed its start date in order to maintain the date offset from the parent deposition. For both activities and tasks, Docket Enterprise provides this choice. Schedule with the date calculation formula to automatically shift dependent dates when the parent is moved. Or, do not use the date calculation formula. Instead, rely on the prompt when a parent date is moved. The prompt provides a choice to move the dependent's date or not. We have completed the scheduling changes. With the work plan updated, click Next. Continue through the Schedule wizard to complete the scheduling and send the new information to recipients' Outlook calendars and task lists. And that completes the modification of an existing work plan in Docket Enterprise.